Chill out in 6 simple steps to supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom today is chill out. To chill out means, of course, to relax or calm down. It's a relatively new American expression, American idiom, that means, of course, to relax. It's not a stretch of the imagination. When we get upset, frustrated, angry, bothered, freaked out about something, we tend to, when we're in a high emotional state, get hot, get our body temperature rises, our face might turn red, we tense up, we get tight and hot under the collar. Hot under the collar, there's another idiom. We start to feel warm. So it's not a big stretch for people to tell us to cool down, calm down, relax, chill out. Other expressions like chill, take a chill pill, they're all relatively new expressions and they all mean the same thing. Hey, take a deep breath, calm down. So how do we do this given things outside of us that are happening all the time in our businesses and in our lives? And we're struggling and we're trying to grow our businesses and we're trying to move forward no matter what's going on around us. And things happen, right? Key employees leave. Or maybe you get fired or you lose your job. And since we're talking about business owners and being business owners, maybe you have to let people go. Maybe you have to cut back or do things that you don't really want to do to make sure that your business survives in the long term. Maybe a competitor moves into your market and moves into your area that you didn't expect and didn't anticipate. Maybe something like COVID-19 hits and blows everything up and causes chaos and change in almost every area and aspect of your business and in your life. So what do you do? What do you do in situations like that where you are freaking out, stressed out, hot under the collar, required to make massive changes, and you are feeling a high emotional state? You are kind of freaking out. You don't really necessarily want the people around you, your family, your employees, the people that you work with, to know how much something's bothering you. I use a 6-step process to do this, and I'm going to recommend that you do the same. Guess what? A little secret here. Anything that you want to do in life can be boiled down to a 3 to 6 step process, a 3 to 5, 3 to 7, how many ever steps you want, however complicated you want the process. But everything we ever want can be boiled down to a process very similar to the one I'm going to describe right now. Number 1, know what you want. So the first thing you have to do, especially in a situation that's highly charged emotionally for you, is to relax. Take a deep breath and start thinking about it. Really buy yourself time to consider. I have a strategy that used to drive my kids nuts, but I learned early on that I had a hard time saying no to my kids. And so in order to buy myself time to really consider the things they were asking for, I would automatically say no. And I became known as the no first mom because I would always say no first, and I always did it, and I even told them I was doing it to buy myself time to think about their request. Otherwise, they would want an immediate answer. Kids want an immediate answer to their request, right? Can I have a popsicle? No. Can I go to my friend's house? No. Well, and then I would come back around in about 2 minutes, usually, depending on the size of the decision, and I would say, yes, if this, or yes, you can do this if this is done, or whatever. But it gave me time to actually consider the request versus just saying yes automatically. And it worked so well at home, I actually adopted that in corporate America and in my businesses because it gave me a chance to say, let me have some time. So I wouldn't always say no in corporate America. I would say, let me consider that and I'll get back to you in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. But it gave me a chance to relax, take a deep breath, think about the situation, and not just make a knee-jerk reaction, not just immediately decide something, because a lot of times when we make a quick knee-jerk reaction like that, we might be doing something that's not in our long-term best interest. So we want to relax. We want to take some time, buy ourselves some time, breathe, and start thinking about what are the possibilities, what are possible options and ways of dealing with the situation. There are always many, many ways to deal with the situation, no matter what that situation is. But we get ourselves locked into believing we have to do something that we've done successfully in the past in order to have success in the future. And that's just so not true. We have to be open to all the possibilities and consider all the different options before we can pick one and act on it. And those are the next 2 steps. Decide on a solution, one that seems, and there's all kinds of complicated criteria you can use for picking among alternatives and deciding on solutions, or you can go with the one that feels like it's the best one for you right now, depending on how much time you've got to make a choice, make a decision, to take action. And then you actually take action. You want to take a positive action that has a long-term, and maybe it's a short-term fix, but you want to understand and at least briefly consider the long-term ramifications of any decision that you make, any short-term decision that you make. You know, we want to avoid that, just immediately responding and reacting to things that happen without giving them any consideration or careful consideration, or at least the consideration that they're due. Sometimes things happen and, you know, it doesn't require a whole concentrated effort and thought out process to get us. But guess what? You can make this process or any process or framework automatic for you, so that whenever something happens, you do go through these steps, even at a subconscious level, making sure that you always create the best possible outcome for yourself and your organization. So I'd love to know your experience with this chilling out. Hopefully your family isn't like mine and they don't tell you to pop the cork. I haven't heard that for decades, so I must have gotten better at following this process and chilling out over things. I still get a little hot under the collar and bothered by certain topics. We all get triggered by things that remind us of experiences from our past, some good, some bad. Usually the bad ones are the ones that trigger us more quickly. I don't know why that is. Human nature, I suppose. But love to know your experience with this. Chill out. Do people tell you to chill out? Do you get upset easily and hot under the collar and bothered? And do you have a way and a method of handling it so that you're making sure that you are your own best friend when it comes to picking and implementing solutions and not setting a bad example for the people that you work with? That's it. That's our idiom for today. Go out, make it an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, hit me up in the comments below. If there's an idiom you would like to know the origin and the meaning of, ask in the comments below or direct message me. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where did it come from? And how much you use it in your business right now. Take care. Bye. Chill out.